Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. The NASCAR Heat 5 Next Gen update just dropped from the 2022 season. It's working on PlayStation as well as Steam now, but I'm hearing there's still problems on Xbox as you see me cycling through all the cars. It's unfortunately outdated by a whole year, but it's a $9.99 starting price here for this update, and yeah, as you can see, it's 1 game per driver, which is less than what you get in the 2022 mod. We have Bristol Dirt added to the game, but there's a catch, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But yeah, I mean, we've got 5 gears now, and there is brand new sounds. I was a bit surprised in a positive way. There is a brand new overhaul of audio here with the engines in this update, so I'm excited for you guys to hear that. As we loaded into Bristol Dirt, they have the Wrangler 100 dirt race logo from like the Dirt late model series, but listen to these new sounds.
Clear of the pits, hammer down.
I gotta say, I think that's my favorite part of the new update is just the engine sounds. They are significantly improved, so going on Bristol Dirt for the first time, but my curiosity was the actual racing. How is the racing going to be? Well, we're about to put that to the test. Timmy Hill got pole. I was a bit confused, and he's got BJ McLeod joining him on the front row. A bunch of back markers were joining him up towards the front, like Landon Castle or whoever's in the 77. It might be Josh Balicki. As usual, racing is my favorite driver here, Daniel Suarez. Now, as we're going to be checking out more than Bristol Dirt here today, though, there is a couple other tracks because I wanted to make sure everything was working okay, and it wasn't just Bristol Dirt. So you're going to see the gameplay here. I'm going to just talk about my experience. So, Bristol Dirt sucks. Simple as that. To be completely honest, one of the big selling points, aside from the actual next-gen car, is this track, and it's terrible. Watch this. You're going to see just how much crashing there is here now as they go down into turn 3. You can see them already crashing up in front of us now. Caution's going to come out. I was running on strict to start because I didn't know how it was going to race, of course, and yeah, there was this issue that I ended up dealing with the whole time. I ended up turning yellows down to relaxed and still was getting quite a few cautions. And that actually sparked me to go try out different kinds of races to make sure that the update didn't screw up the whole game. Can confirm that it's just Bristol Dirt that's screwed up. It's not the rest of the game, thank goodness, because my biggest fear with this update was Motorsport Games getting their hands on NASCAR Heat 5. They were just going to break the game completely. Now, to follow up with that, you see another crash there. That's Eric Jones going for a ride. But to follow up even further with this update, I have a video that will be following this video probably within half an hour or so, and it's not going to be a video that's very exciting to put out, but stay tuned on that. More crashes here in Bristol Dirt. That's Kyle Busch. He saves it actually, so we continue on under green flag conditions. But yeah, the Bristol Dirt sucks. And in the career mode, so the career mode now, the schedule is still the 2020 schedule, and Bristol Dirt is not even in the career mode schedule. So if you're on PC, you will be able to mod that, which is very nice. This is now me that doing the relaxed yellows, and then look at this, more yellows. So yeah, Bristol Dirt, it's terrible. Moving on, I wanted to try out Kansas. This was my first track, making sure everything was okay outside of Bristol Dirt. This is where I found out it was. Now listen, I'll let you guys listen again to the engines here at a little bit higher revs down this backstretch.
Stay high up there. All right, you're clear. Inside.
I gotta say, unfortunately, it sounds really actually accurate to real life, where the engines sound really flat in next gen because there's just not a lot of horsepower. So yeah, not a huge fan of the fact that it's actually somewhat accurate because of that. Yeah, the next gen engines sound so flat and just not nasty enough, I guess is the term you could kind of use for it. But yeah, I mean, overall though, I was just happy to come to Kansas and see that it was just Bristol Dirt that's terrible, and kind of living up to the reputation that I said a long time ago. The parts of the NASCAR game that Motorsport Games touch themselves ends up being a disaster. The stuff that was left over from 704's development remains relatively flawless compared to what Motorsport Games is able to develop here. So I was not surprised whatsoever, as you can see us going around the outside of Eric Jones now. But yeah, I mean, overall, the update does play pretty well aside from Bristol Dirt. 5 gears now, that's pretty cool to have. This is now me testing Martinsville, and I can confirm as well, pit stops have been updated. That's the last thing we're going to show to end this video here. But yeah, pit stops have been completely updated. You can see myself here now heading down the back stretch of the inside of Timmy Hill. Now, downshifting is a big thing. So in older cars, the Gen 6 cars and whatnot, when you would downshift, it would kind of kick the car around. This next-gen car doesn't do that at all, and I'll go quiet again to let you guys listen to me going up and down through the gears for about half a lap.
Careful, still there. Still there.
As much as downshifting seems to hurt short track racing in real life, it's kind of fun to do it in the video game, to be honest with you. But yeah, going down to 3rd gear, you could probably escape with 4th, no problem. But I was going from 5th to 3rd and then back up, of course, through 4th and 5th. But yeah, Martinsville plays pretty well, so I don't think they changed the AI around with this update. Thank goodness. I was a bit worried, like I said, they were going to just screw up everything like they seem to have a track record of doing. But fortunately, the only track that they did development on was the one that got screwed up. Chase Elliott was leading here early on in this race. But yeah, if you guys have the update, the DLC, let me know what your thoughts are so far. Like, overall, I think it plays well. Is it worth the $9.99? No, absolutely not. This is a pack that is outdated now by over a year. This is 2022 content, of course. You have a schedule in career mode that is outdated by 3 years. You have Bristol Dirt that's been added to the game that's a complete mess and is not in career mode in the base game for the 2022 season. So what in the world are we doing here? At the same time, I mean, it's interesting to say the least, but yeah, that's my thoughts. I mean, I would give this as a free update, to be completely honest, is what I think it should be. But it is what it is at the end of the day. And I hope if you're on Xbox that you can get access to the game soon with the update, I should say, for the 2022 DLC. I know there's been issues there with Microsoft, and that's why it was originally delayed. Another weird thing is Motorsport Games, the NASCAR Heat Twitter account, there was never an official announcement that this was coming out at all until myself and a few others started tweeting about it because it was listed on the SteamDB website. It was like, hey guys, here it is. It's supposed to be coming June 22nd. So what a weird situation and release, and it's finally here. It's 8 months or something, I don't even know, later, when it was supposed to be last October. What a just mess of a scenario that the NASCAR gaming world is in. Here's the updated pit stops, and that's how we're going to wrap up this video. So we come in, single lug stops have been added. It's basically from what I would assume NASCAR rivals at this point here, but they come in, they throw the tires on, they go around to the left side, they do the same thing. The pit crew's been definitely overhauled. They look very different from the old Heat 5 stuff. But yeah, cool stuff. That's going to wrap it up for me. That's the update overview. Overall, I gave my thoughts pretty well, I think. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.